Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a good day. We'll share the link and we'll get started here just shortly. All right, guys. As always, the session will be recorded and I will post a recorded link after I'm done. I'll just wait here for just a few seconds, see if people want to join so they don't have to listen to the recorded session. All right, guys, let's get started. SPY, there we go. Today, we talked about it. After today's PPI data, either it's going to be down like here or up here. We decided to go down here. So let's get rid of this. We know it was headed down. All right. So well, today we did respected this 370 level on SPY. But again, this is not bullish yet till we get above this trend line, guys. As you can see right here, we are still below that. And especially, even SPX, ES, everything above 3,800, it needs to get above that and hold on to it. For me, we need to get through this 9 EMA, which is around 381.66. But I believe even if we cross this 381s, I think we might get the push. As you can see, there was a decent buy volume on SPY today. It's increasing, and market is pretty much just brushing off all the bad news. And honestly, that's a bullish sign. With the CPI data and all the recession talks and this, that, market is just brushing it off. Like, every single dip is being bought right now. So, and that's a pretty bullish sign in my eyes, in my opinion. So I am thinking by next week, we should see a decent direction to the upside. If, again, we'll play the levels. Let's not guess where it's going to be. But, as long as it can get through this 380, 381 level, we'll start swinging some long calls and stuff. But this, according to me, is a bullish sign. On the other hand, the tech world is super strong. This morning, it was the weakest and it came back up roaring. Look at this. It was a fake breakdown under this trend line. And then it just ramped up. But again, look where we stopped. Just can't get above this 9 EMA. This 9 EMA is really important in the short term to get above that so we can push through above, to the next resistance around 290, 293 area. But we are looking at 288 on this one. I'm going to round it up. It is at 287.66, but I would like to see a nice push with volume on the Qs. This is your tech sector, if you guys don't know. As soon as this breaks, I am going to swing long calls because I think we'll be headed all the way up to 300 this time around. So as you can see right here, breaks it. I'm aiming for this one right here. It needs to fill this gap at least because it failed to do so twice. All right, the next one, I'm watching Amazon. Amazon is poking its head above this trend line for me, but again, it is still below these. All this, look at this, how congested it is. It is not going to be that easy for Amazon to get through. I would be really, really comfortable if it got through this 112.65 area. So roughly around 113 area for Amazon. I am going to keep my alert on this one. There you go. It's green, so it's going to alert me if it's going to break. If it breaks this time, I think we're going to see a nice push in this tech sector, at least a temporary relief bounce on all these. Tesla is still respecting 700 level, even while market was really dipping really hard this morning. We were hovering around 680 to 690 area, and we eventually closed above 9 EMA and above this major support area at 700. So the next area I would be watching on this one is 726 to 727 area on Tesla. for it to break. If it breaks this time around, I think we definitely go and test this long-term trend line. As you can see, let me zoom it out a little bit. There you go. This is your long-term trend line. You know, as you can see, we haven't been able to get above that since April. So this is getting really, really, really tight now. So it's going to, we might see some kind of direction on this one by next week. As you can see, it's going to get really tight. This is in a triangle. So by the time it reaches here, we'll see one of the other side break. So keep a close eye on this 726 or 727 level. That does not mean you cannot trade it. You know, you can definitely trade this channel while it breaks. Google, I did not trade this one today, but you know, as you can see, look at this. It also respected this trend line and it bounced right at it. So this 2170 zone is still a pretty good support for Google. They are splitting this weekend and it'll start trading the split amount on, split price on Monday. So that's going to be exciting. Let's hope it doesn't do shop on us, which sold off pretty bad after it did the split. I hope Google shows some kind of strength. I think it might, but let's hope for the best. Qualcomm, we had this trade idea. I kept mentioning last week, all week, and this week. I hope you guys bought this one. I told you guys I was really, really optimistic about this one, the way it was holding on during the market, you know, while the market was really weak. And look at what it did today. Beautiful, beautiful trade. We made a good money on this one. And I am back at it again. As I said, you know, as soon as it breaks 136.50, I'm going to add more. So I rolled my position to October 165 calls on this one. I'm expecting for this one to break above this 100 SMA, hopefully by tomorrow or early next week. Even if it comes back and retest this 136, 137 zone, guys, it is a good pickup. So if you guys want to set your alerts on this one, it's still not a bad idea to get back into this. Apple, for love of God, I don't know what they do. I mean, I know what they do, but you know, especially the investors, they do not want to let go of this Apple. They love it. It's above 50 SMA. You know, 9 is crossing the 50. I really thought that it would give up today, but it is super, super strong. Above 150, it opens the door for 155, 156 zone. So anything above 150, I would go ahead and buy Apple for a day trade or a swing trade, doesn't matter. Here's another trade idea I gave you guys on Costco above 487.80. As long as that held, we were good to go on this one, and it closed at 512 today. 512 to 513 area, right at this 200 SMA, which is the long-term resistance. As you can see, it has not been able to get above that since early May. So keep a close eye on this one. I took a small position on this one today, a short. I'm not expecting a huge pullback on this one. I'm just looking for 505 to 506 area, and I'll cover my position. But if it breaks above this 515, 516 area, I will buy and flip my position to calls. The next target being 524. Another trade idea I'm going to give you guys for this week and you know, rest of this week and next week is Boeing. Boeing is very strong, as you guys can see. This is what you want to see. You know, this is the same exact pattern I saw in Qualcomm, and it is setting up perfectly just like Qualcomm right now. Boeing, anything above 148 tomorrow, I think this one goes all the way up to this 158, 160 zone. So this is your trade idea, guys, above 148. I would buy 2 weeks out, 160 calls on this one with a stop 25%. But Boeing is strong. Today, it was the only sole leader while market was dumping. It was green early in the day. So keep a close eye on this one. The last couple I'm just keeping my eye on is Coin. Coin, I'll be keeping an eye on. Anything above 55, I'll buy calls on this one for a ride up to 60. So let's see what it does. It is still holding on to this 50 level very, very strong, and it barely closed above this trend line. I want to see it hold, and that's why I'm saying, anywhere around 54.50 to 55 area, I'll try to jump into these calls. This is the XBI. I'm still waiting on this trade too. I know we have been talking about it, just like we have been talking about Qualcomm. Again, please keep an eye on this one too. As soon as this bull flag breaks, this is going to run. This would be a very nice trade all the way up to 87 to 88 zone. So I have set my alert on this one on the break of this trend line, and I will enter that position. Michael Kareem, about the SPY puts, SPY can still turn around. I mean, as long as it's below this 380 zone, it is still, sell the rally. That's what they have been doing, right? Look at this all this time. As soon as it comes around this 380, it sells off. So let's see what it does. We'll play level by level. It can, who knows? It can put an engulf tomorrow and be all red tomorrow. But tomorrow is OPEX. So, we might see some greenery a little bit. But next week, we might see the real move. I am hoping. I'm 80% confident we'll get one side or the other move. But summers are usually, like this. So play level by level and don't go too heavy. That's all I can tell you guys. Good luck. And please keep an eye on these trade ideas. I hope it works out for you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Good luck and have a happy Friday.